The myth of the Zodiac had officially begun. Along with the letters, the killer had sent a 3-part, 408-character cryptogram. He claimed this code would reveal his true identity, turning the hunt into a race against time. But as days passed, professional code breakers hit a wall. The breakthrough came not from a government lab, but from a living room in Salinas, California. Donald Gene Hardin, a high school teacher, and his wife, Betty June, took up the challenge. They spent 4 days of intensive labor over their dining table using simple pencil and paper. By applying homophonic substitution and looking for common words like killing and forest, they cracked the code. At 6:35 p.m. on August 8, 1969, they delivered their solved worksheets to the San Francisco Chronicle. The public expected a name. Instead, they got a window into pure malice. The decoded message began, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all." The rambling text offered no identity, ending with the boast, "I will not give you my name." For Vallejo Detective Sergeant John Lynch, the solution was a profound disappointment. It offered only the killer's bragging. The first major breakthrough had succeeded only in giving the phantom a voice. He had not unmasked himself. He had simply claimed his stage. On a warm Saturday afternoon, September 27, 1969, college students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard drove to a quiet peninsula on the shores of Lake Berryessa. They wanted a peaceful picnic, a brief escape from classes. But the tranquility ended when a figure stepped out from the trees. He wore a heavy black hood, styled like an executioner's mask, with the cross-circle symbol stitched in white over his chest. In his hand, he held a long knife and pre-cut lengths of plastic clothesline. By abandoning his firearm for a blade, the killer changed his method from distant to intimate, bringing a new level of unpredictability to the terror. He bound their hands, then attacked them both. Brian Hartnell survived multiple stab wounds, but Cecilia Shepard died 2 days later from her injuries. Before fleeing into the Napa twilight, the killer walked to Hartnell's white car door. Using a black felt-tip marker, he drew his signature cross circle. Underneath, he listed his history, the dates of the December and July attacks, followed by the day's date, the time, and a final chilling phrase, "by knife." He had stepped out of the dark to compile a physical index of his crimes, claiming ownership of his path in broad daylight. On the cool night of October 11, 1969, the killer abandoned rural roads and entered the heart of San Francisco. At 9:40 p.m., 29-year-old taxi driver Paul Stein picked up a passenger who directed him to the upscale neighborhood of Presidio Heights. At the intersection of Washington and Cherry Streets, the passenger fired a single shot into Stein's head, took his wallet and keys, and tore away a piece of his blood-stained shirt before vanishing into the darkness. 3 teenage witnesses watched the man escape from a window across the street. They immediately called the police, describing a white male suspect. But in the chaotic transmission to Central Dispatch, a devastating error occurred. The radio broadcast warned patrol units to search for a black male. This mistake had immediate, catastrophic consequences. Patrol officers Donald Fook and Eric Zelms, driving blocks away, actually stopped a white man matching the teenager's description. Because of the incorrect radio alert, they let him walk. The killer later mailed a piece of Stein's bloody shirt to the San Francisco Chronicle, explicitly mocking the police for their goof. Paul Stein would be the final confirmed victim, but this urban strike showed the killer could adapt his methods to any environment, while a single communication failure allowed him to escape forever. The hunt for the killer was no longer a standard homicide investigation. It was a sprawling bureaucratic puzzle. Because the crimes occurred across county lines, the case was fractured among the Vallejo Police Department, the Napa County Sheriff's Office, and the San Francisco Police Department. Files were scattered, evidence was shared slowly, and no single agency held total control. Into this chaotic vacuum stepped San Francisco Homicide Inspector Dave Tashi, a a detective whose upside-down shoulder holster and intense style quickly made him the public face of the manhunt. But as detectives chased dead ends, a different kind of investigation took shape inside the offices of the San Francisco